Hello, fellow Cloud Rippers. Welcome to the Cloud Rippers Fantasy Football Podcast. Here I'm going to give you an update on how Week 2 went in our league and my predictions for Week 3. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so first off, we had Cornstar versus Slimeball. This game ended 109.8 to 81.6. Slimeball on top, advancing him to 2-0. Also keeping him first in the Cloud Division. Unfortunately, with Matthew Korn's loss, he is in third place in the Rippers Division. Next up, we have the Hotlanta H3s versus Sacramento Ball Sacks. The Hotlanta H3s came on top 104.7 to 90.5. Again, Dak Prescott had a great week, as did Saquon Barkley. And on Andrew's side, he put up a pretty good performance. Austin Ekeler really proving his worth. My personal prediction is that the way that Ekeler is playing, Melvin Gordon will go unsigned this entire year, just as Le'Veon Bell did last year. On to the last game of last week, Tim Detweiler versus Rec Decker. Rec Decker ended up on top with 113.3 to 85.1. Putting Rec Decker at the highest scoring team of the week, mainly due to the New England Patriots defense scoring 35 points in the game. That's unheard of. I mean, come on. Who does that? One thing that's been very surprising this year is on Eli's team, Dalvin Cook, showing out yet again. This guy, he may be injury prone, but he's putting up good numbers so far, and I'm really gaining a lot of confidence in him. But with that, a quick rundown of the standings right now is Tim Detweiler is third place in the Cloud Division. In second place in the Cloud Division is Andrew. In first place in the Cloud Division, Chris Day. As for the Ripper Division, we have Korn on the bottom. Then up next, we have the Hotlanta H3s, 1-1 in the second position, and Rec Decker tied for first place in the Ripper Division. Anyways, let's get right into next week. So, first off, I'm going to go into my game, Rec Decker versus Slimeball. Big game, big game. So, Slimeball starting Patty Mahomes, Zeke, Marlon Mack, OBJ, Chris Godwin, Mark Andrews, the tight end, Chris Carson, the Bears D, Greg Zuerlein. As for my team, I got Russell Wilson, the quarterback, Kamara, running back, James Conner, Hopkins, Thielen, Ertz, Sony, the Pats D, and Will Lutz. Let's do a quick breakdown on this. I take Patty Mahomes over Russell Wilson any day. Zeke over Kamara any day also. Marlon Mack versus James Conner. Well, to be honest, James Conner is a better running back, but with the matchup, I'm going to have to give the edge to Marlon Mack. OBJ versus DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins any day, despite what ESPN thinking that OBJ has a good matchup against the Rams. What the? No, that's not it. Hopkins any day, ESPN, you're wrong. Fuck you. Thielen versus Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's been doing pretty good. Thielen's the better wide receiver. Since Chris Godwin's playing the Giants at home, I think I might give Godwin the edge. Mark Andrews versus Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz. The way that things work with the tight ends are there's pretty much the big three. There's Zach Ertz, there's Travis Kelce, and there's another dude. I think it's the fucking tight end for the Steelers. That dude's pretty good. Anyways, moving on. Chris Carson versus Sony Michel. This is a tough one. Chris Carson did not have a good week last week. He had a fumble. Sony Michel did have a good week. Chris Carson is playing against New Orleans Saints. Sony Michel against the Jets. I'm giving Sony the edge on this one. As for the Bears versus the Pats, the Bears are playing the Redskins, and the Redskins have a pretty decent offense. The Pats are playing the Jets. The Jets suck. Le'Veon Bell is all they have. I'm taking the Pats D. Zerline versus Lutz. You already know the drill. It's a kicker. What do I know? Moving on to the Tim Detweiler versus the Sacramento Ball Sacks game. We got Jared Goff facing off against Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a very talented quarterback. He hasn't been performing, but I think he will pull something out against the Chargers this week. Dalvin Cook versus Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had one of the worst weeks in the past 2 years this past week, scoring 5.3. This week he's projected 17.6. Dalvin Cook projected 15.8. I'm going to have to say Christian McCaffrey on this one. But Dalvin Cook definitely seems to be the more consistent guy, at least as of this season. Mark Ingram versus Le'Veon Bell. Is this even a question? Le'Veon Bell. Fuck off, Ingram. Julio Jones versus Amari. Bro, I'm just going to tell you, if you guys actually listen to this, I don't fuck with Amari Cooper. This guy's boomer bust. And you never know what's going to happen. But here's the thing. This week, Amari Cooper is facing off the Miami Dolphins, and I'm giving him the go-ahead against Julio Jones. He will score higher. Emmanuel Sanders versus Tyler Lockett. I'm be honest, I don't know shit about this. But I'll take Tyler Lockett because he has Russell Wilson at quarterback, and Emmanuel Sanders, I believe, is either a wide receiver 2 or 3 for Denver. Jared Cook versus Travis Kelce. Kelce any day, come on. Keenan Allen versus Austin Eckler. I think Eckler's earned his stripes this year, being the backup filling in for Melvin Gordon. I'm giving him the go-ahead. Funny that he's in the flex position, because on pretty much anyone else's team, he would be a running back 2, possibly even running back 1. But the Sacramento Ball Sacks have the best running backs in our league. He has one hell of a running back core, and Eckler is definitely a big part of it. So Eckler over Keenan Allen in the flex position. For the Cowboys versus the Texans, well, the Texans already played, and they got 2 points. So I'm going to take the Cowboys, especially because they're playing the Dolphins. And if anybody has watched the Dolphins play so far, you would know why I'm picking anybody who's playing against them. So that's it. Cowboys D all the way. Stephen Gostkowski versus Justin Tucker. Gostkowski is known to be one of the most consistent kickers in the league, and I will actually take him with confidence over Tucker. On to our last game, we have Cornstar, 3rd in the Rippers division, facing off against the Hotland H3s, 2nd in the Rippers division. So this will be a very big game, because this game is going to determine whether Corn can overtake the Hotland H3s in the 2nd position, or if he'll dive down further into the 3rd position. Anyways, getting right into it, Corn is actually starting Lamar Jackson this week. He's facing off against Kansas City Chiefs, and I feel a lot of confidence with that. The Hotland H3s are starting Dak Prescott, who's actually proven himself to be a very reliable quarterback this week. And God, this is a hard one, because Lamar Jackson has been on fire, but this guy is a bum, and I don't have my faith in him for the rest of the season, that's for sure. Dak Prescott, I'm not sure if I got my faith in him, but you know who he's playing against? The Miami Dolphins, so I'm taking Dak. David Johnson versus Saquon. David Johnson, I've never believed in you, and I never will. Sorry, bud, we're taking Saquon. That's Hotland H3s. Nick Chubb versus Aaron Jones. You know, I'm going to have to go with Aaron Jones. He looked really, really good last week, and he's playing at home this game. So, I'll be taking him. On the very same team, we got Devonta Adams versus Juju Smith-Schuster. This would normally be more of a toss-up, but with Big Ben down, I'm saying Juju has definitely lost the decent bit of value. And for that reason, I'm taking Davante Adams. Cooper Kupp versus Stephon Diggs. To be honest, I don't really know too much about this one. And I'm thinking it could be a toss-up, but I'm leaning towards Stephon Diggs, actually. I really am. Moving on, George Kittle versus Evan Ingram. Although ESPN is projecting George Kittle to score higher than Evan Ingram, I think that with the Giants' change in quarterback, Evan Ingram will be a big part of their offense in the coming weeks, and so I'm taking him over George Kittle. Hotline H3s. Todd Gurley bumped down to the flex spot versus Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is a good player, but Todd Gurley, any day. The Bills D versus the Packers. The Packers are playing Denver. The Bills are playing Cincinnati. I'm gonna have to say that I'm going with the Packers D on that one. We got Fairburn versus Matt Bryant as the kicker. Man, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stop doing these kicker things. Fairburn's projected 7.7 and Bryant 7.6. Who knows, dude? They just kick extra points and shit. But anyways, let's go take a quick recap and see who's actually projected to win these games. Back to Slimeball versus Rec Decker. Slimeball is projected to win 113.9 to 103.4. For Tim Detweiler versus Sacramento Ball Sacks, Andy is projected to win 104.7 to 95.6. Andy, you're doing way better than you did last year, and I'm starting to think that there's a little sketchiness going on. You dig? Cornstar versus the Hotline H3s. Chris Layton versus Matthew Korn. Woo! Matthew Korn's got the edge on this one, but he has been cold. I'm thinking Matthew Korn is supposed to win 107.9 to the Hotline H3's 101.5. I think that this game might be the game of the week. You know what? It's a toss-up between Tim Detweiler versus Sacramento Ball Sacks and Cornstar versus the Hotline H3s. But for the sake of... Okay, just kidding. For standings-wise, this is a massive game. We got Tim Detweiler 1-1 versus the Sacramento Ball Sacks 1-1. And that is this... And that... Okay. Game of the week. This is always a very tough one. Especially because I don't actually prepare before the podcast. Game of the week. I'm going with Cornstar versus the Highlander H3s. Big game. I'm super excited to see the matchup with Lamar Jackson versus Dak Prescott. I think Lamar Jackson has proven himself to be a really good quarterback so far, but I don't see that continuing. When will that change? Possibly this week. We'll see. I can't wait to tune in on Sunday and watch some Monday Night Football. And again, boys, we got money on the line. This is Cloud Rippers Fantasy Football. Let's get it. See you next time. Peace.
My dick cost a late night fee. Yo dick got the HIV. My dick plays on the double feature screen. Yo dick went straight to DVD.